Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? Woo! You guys, your girl is doing so much better. I mean, so much better, okay? I hope you guys can hear me pretty good. If so, give me a great big thumbs up. We'll be doing some quilting tonight. I already started this quilt. You guys see me start plenty of quilts already. But I'm at a place where I did a thread. The bobbin had run out, and when I put my new bobbin in, I went to test it, and it's not good. I am, Day. I'm feeling so much better. I have my chair here if I need it, when I need it, because I will need to sit, and I have my water. So I'm hoping with this last treatment that I got, and since I had to have two back to back, that it would keep me going for quite some time. Okay, I can see everyone talking to each other. I'm glad. Can someone give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay? Thank you, Dave. I was waiting. I was like, Lord, ain't nobody giving me thumbs up. It might be a delay because I know with the equipment and all that kind of stuff. We supposed to get some rain starting tomorrow, so it could already started earlier. So it might be causing a delay, which is okay. Which is okay. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the skies. They are absolutely beautiful. But yes, your girl is doing much better. So, let me go ahead and say, well, if you're new here, because I see people are not everyone's in the chat. Hey, everybody, okay? I'm your girl Stephanie, aka Sassy Steph of Memoirs of a Longarm Quilter, and I am so thrilled that you decided to come here tonight on this Tuesday, on my birthday, to celebrate with me as I'm working on somebody else's quilt. Hey! Let's see who's all in the house. We have Courtney in the house. We have Colleen is in the house. Hey, girls. We have Janine is in the house. Hey. Mona did what? Thank you, thank you. We have Melissa is in the house. Ellen, girl. Hey, girl. Wait a minute. I got to stop my hellos because if you missed it, you got to go back and see it. I got so many people contacted me and gave me shout out with singing. I am so thrilled. If anybody know, I can't sing. I'm a shower singer. I can carry a little bit of singing, okay? That's just a little bit, and I keep that reserved for me and the Lord and in the shower, okay? I don't sing, but I love to hear people sing. I love to hear people sing, and I love to hear people laugh. Those things just make my day any day of the week. And Miss Ellen saying to me, I am so happy. And my couple of my friends that sang to me, I am so happy, y'all. I'm like, oh, Day, hey girl, congratulations. I don't want to tell your business, but y'all need to ask Miss Day about her thing, okay? um, But if she don't want to tell y'all, don't pressure her to tell y'all. I'm just blessed that she told me. Hey Kim, thank you so much for coming. Miss Tina, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. That's my girl, Tina. Let's see who else is here. Miss Nancy. Hi, Miss Nancy. I hope all is well in your world. I know you're going through some things, and just know that we are continuing to lift you up in prayer. Okay. Yay, Day. I'm glad you got to play a little bit today, but I'm going to let her tell it. So I'm going to set this down right here. As I mentioned it, thank you all for the birthday wishes. Again, I thank you all for coming and celebrating with me as I am working on someone else's quilt. As I just mentioned, I had already started this quilt and, of course, got to a thread break. I have if you don't have one of these, and especially if you have a long arm, I suggest you get one. This is one of those notions that not everybody have one. Everyone has a long arm, don't have one of these. They are expensive. I think they're $99 now. Sometimes you catch them on sale for $89. They do have a digital version of it, and it goes over $100. Some people learn to test their tension with the drop. I started out that way, but it didn't always work well for me because all my bobbins drop and they still was off. Okay, and this is the first time that I use my toa gauge and my bobbin is off. So either I didn't read it right, and I bet you this is the bobbin that was giving me crazy numbers, and I just went with it, and I'm glad y'all don't know. Woo! I was about to shout. Y'all don't know how happy I am that I tested this bobbin out on this fabric because this bobbin is all kind of wrong. And how do I know it's wrong? I know somebody already asked it, probably already put it in the question. I wish I can take a picture. And I can't get it back enough. I don't think. Let me see. No, I can't get it back enough. I'm cutting this. And the only reason why I'm cutting it is because technically I only need a clearance of about 3 inches, and I got well over 3 inches. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to see if I can show you guys. I'm going to attempt to show you guys. Will this mess up anything? No, it will not. Actually, it'll help also not having a lot of bulk on the outside of my quilt. I don't know if this is in the camera. Let me give it a chance to focus. But I don't know if you can see the tension is off. My back tension is off. It ain't good, folks. So, what your girl got to do is take this bobbin out and retest it. Before I do that, let me put my mess back together. Let me go jump in the chat right quick. Hey, Katie. See, Tina says she still do the drop test. I do that. I don't know. I might do it now so I can at least show you guys what it is. This bobbin is off. I haven't did the drop test in so long. I haven't did it in so long. There are 2 screws on the side of my bobbin case, and I'm only tweaking it just a touch, just a smidget. There it is. I look for 50, 60, 70. I like my toy read to read at 180. And the bobbin drop test. See, I haven't done it in so long. I think you take it out the case. No, you don't take it out the case. You take it out the case. You don't take it out there, and it should just lift barely, but it should not, when you're pulling it, lift off your hand. I haven't done that test in so long. I don't even know if I told you to do it right. I did it right. At least I'm being honest about that part. I haven't done it in such a long time. I don't do it. But I know it's supposed to slightly lift. It should stand up, but it should not lift from out your hand. That part I do remember. So my bobbin was just a little too loose. What I'm going to do is I have a scrap piece of fabric up here. I'm going to test it again. Where's my clamp? I know some questions out there. Hold on one sec. I'm sorry for my hand being in the way. But, when did I start over here? Start close to the edge. So all you gotta do is lift it up. And my top tension might be off a little bit because I did tweak it. Nope. I'm still seeing a loop, but my bottom is looking good. And what I'm looking for is my stitches right here. How are they looking? I see it's a little loose right here. Then it waited to get all the way down here for another looser. So I'm just going to tighten my tension just a little bit on this top. Like a half of a turn. But my bottom stitches look good. And that is what I needed. I'm going to tweak it just a little bit more. Okay, when I turned this corner, I noticed that it did pull just a little bit, so I'm going to come off, and then I'm going to flip, and my stitches on the back look good. I just came off of it just a hair, just so when it's turning corners, my bobbin thread is not coming up on top. So I am happy with where it is. When it starts stitching, if I see that it's still pulling, I will loosen it up just a hair. But I'm glad that happened because that has not happened in a really, really long time. I thought my thread broke. I was about to say, you know what? Wait a minute now. There's a little net in here. Throw somewhere a net. It's throwing me off. Okay, I'm about to spray in a minute. I'm gonna tell y'all yesterday, as y'all can see all this junk in my background, I sold my bookcases because I had to make room. Oh, wait a minute. I had to make room for my new edition. Okay, hold on, cause let me tell y'all something. It's a little gnat that's in here that's flying, and he's getting on my little nerves. Let me. If you gotta spray something, don't spray it over your quilt. Don't spray it over the quilt. No worries, Melissa. You guys keep Melissa in prayer. I know that they're doing, well, not they're doing, Mother Nature is doing. They're under storm advisories, tornado and flash flood watch. So, Melissa, do whatever you have to do to be safe. Janine says she does the drop test. You know what? I'm going to look it up so I can make sure that I'm well versed in both the drop test and the toe test. Now, I got the toe test down, okay? Because I use this one thread. I know where my bobbin should be at, and I know once I get it there, I can test only tweak my top thread. So, yeah, that's right, Janine. Tiny, just with that screw because, honey, it'll mess up your world if you sit there and crank on that screw, okay? Hey, Tracy, thank you so much for coming. She said, okay, Tina said, just hold it in your palm. Tina, do I hold it in my palm in the bobbin case, right? Because was I right with doing that? Yeah, it got to be in a bobbin case, duh. Yeah, so I did have it in my palm, and when I lifted it, came up, but it didn't come fully all the way up. So, do I have one of the clear feet? No, I don't have that clear foot for this one because when I was in the you know how they have Facebook groups. I had to think of what it was called. Facebook group. A lot of people stated that their plastic one broke within a year of having it. And you know, them things kind of pricey, but I do have the metal one, and I do know that hole is too little. And I know people opened it up, they drilled the hole to make it a little bit bigger. And I have to see if my husband can do that. But I don't want him messing up my spoon foot either. Thank you, Mona. She said the camera angle is good. Patty G, hey girl, thank you so much for coming. I'm glad that she's out here busting out Christmas early. So okay, thank you. Cause I don't know. I told you I do the toe test. But I want to get this quilt. Now this quilt got to be bound and gifted to this person, but tomorrow. So that's one of the reasons why I had already started it because my goal is tonight is to finish quilting it and to possibly, depending on how I feel after this live, possibly have it cut and squared, and then I will go and bind it tomorrow. So when she get off work tomorrow, we gonna meet up and be like, girl, tell me how you like this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then we're gonna part ways, and then we'll come back and breathe. Because I have another one to make for her. I don't know if I'm gonna do the same layout though, but because I don't like sashing. I don't like sashing. I'm hoping to like it one day, but today ain't the day. There it is. I tried to like sashing because I think it is so cute. And What I'm looking for now is the bobbin. I'm trying to pull that up. The bobbin thread without cutting it. There, there it is. There they are. I need them both on top so I can try my best to get back into place. Whew. Where is my mouse? And what right now, what I'm doing is trying to find my location. And my goal is to drop my needle. I have to bring it in good enough. My goal is to drop my needle back in one of these holes that was already there, but I back up about 5 stitches. 5, 6 stitches. So when it quilt, it's gonna, lock in my stitches, my end stitches, and I can go ahead and cut this thread. So I'm gonna move that up to the top there. Zoom, move. And I am looking to see, and it is just a touch off. Stop. I'm sorry, I'm really concentrating because I really wanted to get it back in this hole. Don't play me, computer. It's making me think it's in there, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm nervous because thread break recovery can be a little, for me, not everybody, it can be a little pain in the butt, but I'm about to see. This joker moved anyway. We're about to see how this is going to work. Oh, I think it did good. Continue. Bam. Good enough. Okay, Melissa, talk to you later. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome back, Courtney. I'm going backwards. Hello, Shirley. Thank you so much for coming. I can barely hear. I'm hoping you can hear me a little bit better. I am still working on a microphone. I know I said September was going to be the month for a microphone. Hadn't happened. can do is just trim that thread. I'm going to leave it right, as long as it don't get stitched over, I'm going to leave it right there for right now. Take off anything that don't belong on the table. Thank you, Kim. I think she's going to be happy with this. This client, these were her father's clothes. He passed away in January. This is a memory quilt for her sister. Her birthday is next week or in a couple of weeks. And she wanted to present this quilt to her sister, you know, in memory of, you know, their late father. And I am hoping that she loves it. For my husband to say he liked it, I know I hit it out the park. And I think she'll like it too. And it's stitching beautifully. I chose hearts because, you know, the story that she was telling me about her dad and of course her mom and stuff like that. I just felt that she needed some love and for her to always remember her dad. He went to NC State, Chapel Hill. So I put NC Chapel Hill backing on. The sashing, I use Kona. I forgot what color it was, so don't ask, because I don't even know. If it's your heart's desire to ever do t-shirt quilts, memory quilts, or anything like that, I just need to set it somewhere so it reminds me to watch it roll up. Things to do, look for when you're doing it. One, if you're doing a memory quilt, and t-shirt quilt, and both of them, make sure they wash their clothes. If you don't smell no detergent, it's time to pass that stuff back. And that's not fair because not everybody can have, you know, detergent that smells. Some people like use unscented detergent. But you can tell when some clothes have been cleaned and they ain't been cleaned, okay? They gonna smell like they've been washed. Already know for yourself what kind of materials that you can work with and cannot work with. And don't be afraid to say no, that, you know, no, that's not something I can do. Don't be afraid to do that. Make sure you have the instructions clear on what they want. She gave me free range to do whatever, so I was grateful for that. Her dad had a lot of wool clothes. I'm not going to say I'm allergic to wool, but I am going to say me and wool don't get along because I be sitting up here itching. Even when I put wool on some of my quilts, I have to also use a layer of cotton with it. I'm looking at this stitch right here. I'm not liking that stitch, and it looked like this stitch went flat. But I wasn't seeing any signs of that here, and I don't know if it's because of this material. Just a touch, and I'm seeing that it did pull out a little bit better. And that's another thing. That's why I stand over my quilt because with these different types of material, your machine is gonna have to pick one and it's just gonna have to roll with it. So while me standing, I can make little small adjustments while it's quilting out. It's just something I do. But yeah, make sure. No, spraying them with no X ain't okay. What color thread am I using? I am using 3019 Goose by Omni. But yeah, no. My favorite stabilizer is the Quilty 44F. It's lightweight, I like it, but when it comes to, I get some handkerchiefs in here, it did really good on a handkerchief, so I was really happy about that. But on this one piece way over here, this dark green, it's like a vest, and it's slippery. I will use a 101. Let me double check the number. No, 911. On something that has a little slip to it, because you need it to be a little bit more stiffer. I'll use the 911 on that, and the rest of them I did use my P44F. You got plaid in here, you got sweatshirts in here, a lot of wool in here. One t-shirt material and a lot of corduroy. Yeah. She just said her son used to use the axe. Yeah, her boys. No. No. But honey, I had to Febreze. And I'm kind of funny. Now I put it took the stuff to the laundromat. I wasn't doing that. Because one, you don't want a chance, what somebody else already put in their line, could have messed up somebody else's clothes. And I sure don't want to put it in mine. So when I hand this back to her, I'm gonna hand it back with some color catchers, because I'm not sure how this, as high as this dang on fabric was, this mess better not bleed, okay? Because it has this dark blue in it. Now I used this before and I didn't have any problems with it, but I will give her a couple of color catchers. And I'm gonna tell her, before you give this to your sister, please wash it. Tracy said no funky smells in her house. She's much more fun when she can breathe. I know that's right. And I'm trying to say this, and I'm trying to say it nice. I have to keep spraying my atmosphere down here when I come down here and when I leave. And unfortunately, I won't be able to get rid of that until I can get rid of these clothes. And that happens when your stuff had been stuck in a stuffy house that probably had no one living in it since February. So I'm not expecting too much. So I am hoping that she liked this quilt and don't take my advice on cleaning it like she's supposed to. Taking my magnets off. Don't you snap my finger. And one good thing about well, this quilt versus a memory quilt versus a t-shirt quilt, you really don't got to worry about going through logos and stuff like that, because some logos have that thick coating on it, and those you would do, like, usually you won't want to do a meander maybe, unless the customer don't care about you going through the vinyl and all that kind of stuff. Because as you see, I went right through this, and this is because it's already printed into the shirt. It's not on top of the shirt. So. And what I'm doing now is advancing. You might see my head for a little bit. I hope not. Don't count all those gray hairs now. I got plenty. I got plenty. And I'm just looking at my back. Everything still looks beautiful on the back. And I'm using 100% cotton. So when she goes to wash it, she's going to get all that crinkly goodness. Oh, and I didn't tell you guys how I am making sure it stay even going down. I have my toggle set for the end of each side, and at the end point of each diamond shape, my toggle lock should be there. So here I've got to pull it over just a little bit. It's going to knock it out of square. Liking what I see. The thing I'm not liking what I see is right here. I gotta be careful because this is on a bias. And I'm seeing that I am off. Let me see if I can bring the sew head down so you guys can see. My piecing must have been off. See, I can't leave this like this. So I have to make sure that I am truly even. Now I could starch it, but I'm not. So I'm just trying to play with it and see how I'm going to work this in. Then we have to sit and pray and try to figure this out. Because I'm going to let you know right now, I don't have the answer to everything for long arm quilting, okay? I'm letting you know right now. Now I could put possible tuck in this, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. And I don't wanna lie to you. Shirley said she eating some dinner. Speaking of dinner, my son's supposed to be bringing me some. He is making his home a seafood boil at home. So he said he's gonna bring me some. We shall see. So, what is I gonna do? Tina, suggestions? Cause I don't wanna, if I have to use starch, if I have to use starch, I will. But that means it's gonna have to sit and wait. I'll have to sit and wait. Cause this one point is off by like an eighth of an inch. See how this, I don't know if you can see it or not. But this, my toggle here is off by like an eighth of an inch. And my toggle at the end is off by half of an inch. Now I can quilt it, just leave it how it is and just keep on quilting it and finish it and then square it the best that I can. But something in me is telling me that if I wasn't on a live, I would have time to sit and think of how I want to do it. And I can't think of nothing at this moment. Do you base both sides? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And that's when I was getting ready to base. I was like, when I lined up my, you know what I didn't do? What I didn't do is see if I can fluff it and see if I can bring it back into. Woohoo! Yes, ma'am. I did not see this. I'm seeing a lot of thread under here. And I'm glad I did that because this batting was bunching. Okay. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. probably be back right in the same predicament I was in a few seconds ago. I tried. It got a little better, but I'm still off. Hey Heather, thank you so much. Yeah. So I might base these sides and go for broke. Let me see. I told you guys my studio was toe up from the floor up. I'm looking for my pen. And the crazy part about it is that I just seen my pens not too long ago. This is irking me. I'm sorry because I really want to get that, and no worries. It was, oh, here they go. What I'm trying to attempt, is not to have this silk buckling. I think I figured out what I'm going to do. Yes, I knew they were somewhere. I just couldn't remember where I put them. And this room is so disgustingly out of order. Stephanie, have you tried a magnet to hold the quilts on the rails? Yes, I have these. After I base, that's when I put them on there to make sure that they go nowhere. And it has been working fine, but I think what happened is it was some fullness that got in here because all these are on, it's on bias. They're on point, so it's got bias edges. Yeah, so I think I know what I'm going to do for this heart now. I mean heart for this quilt. I know what I'm going to do. And unfortunately, what I plan on doing is going to not have this one is still going to be a little off, but that's okay because not everything is always going to line up. Not everything is going to line up. Say it with me. Stephanie, everything is not going to line up all the time. When you get a quilt that lines up, you're going to celebrate. You're going to go for broken celebration. But when things go wrong, especially when it's on a live, you got to be like, dang, it's off. What am I going to do? You're going to do to the best of your ability because one thing I'm not going to do is pick out all these stitches. So, what things I can do, I can starch to make it lay flat. But because this is, and she gonna wash it anyway because I'm gonna ask her to. I can do that, starch it, and let it, let it rest. Why I don't want to starch it is because of this silk. This was like the, a men's suit, and they have a vest. It's the back part of that vest. And I don't know. Now, could I test it? I could go pull a scrap out the trash bag and spray it and see how it will react. But I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to waste my time to do it. I could spray it with water and let the water draw in some of this fullness. And I think that's what I'm leaning toward because it's only right here. It's only in this section. Or I can manipulate it and pin this sucker to death, and as it's quilting, I can remove the pins. That was one of the options too. So that's why I went to get my pins. And I just turned the door. So what I'm going to do, because this quilt is going to get finished tonight, you will see pics up on it tomorrow on Instagram after it is delivered. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. I'm thinking of pinning, but I have to be I want to be really careful when it comes to this vest part. So I will be pinning it on the edges and then pinning in here because I see just a slight bit of fullness right here. I'm not going to worry about that too much, but just right in this section, I'm about to pin this baby to death, okay? And sit here and babysit it until this area is done being quilted. So that's what I'm going to do. I've talked it through. I should have just showed you guys what I was going to do. Yeah, so. Yeah, so that is what I'm going to do. They asked a very good question. Can you slow down your machine so when you pin that area, it will be good on a Longarm, honey? I know people that probably will do it. I am not going to do it because one, these are corsage pins. Two, if your needle hit this pin just right, not only could the needle break and it go flying somewhere and prayerfully not into you, but you can throw off your timing. And that's a whole nother project. A whole nother project. One that I don't want to go through. I don't even want to learn how to do it, but I know there's ways that you can learn to adjust your own timing. But I heard it's a pain in the butt to do. So when you have quilts, even if it's done on a domestic, you might have problems when it comes to the quilting. You will have problems when it comes to the quilting. I don't care how you quilt it, what manner you're quilting it in. Not all quilts, even if you made it or someone else made it, not all quilts are created equally. You do tend to run into issues when there's a lot of bias. This quilt has a ton of bias. And I'm surprised that this is the only area that I see that has this issue. Last year I was working on my piecing. I didn't do a lot of bias, but I'm learning. But I'm gonna pin this sucker to death, and as I'm getting to these areas, so like right now I'm just smoothing it down, and it's relaxing. Let me let you see. I'm smoothing it down with just the heat of my hand. And the material is relaxing. Steam. Ah, that's my answer. Steam. I'm so excited. I will be using my Conair steamer to get this a little bit flatter. This sucker is heavy, okay? You see how God did that? I was just playing with it and I noticed it started laying down. And look, the fullness is coming right on out. So excited. Voices, I got Courtney and Ellen. Yes, so everybody, please get everybody's YouTube channels. Please go out and support everybody. We are a happy family. Quilters should be the most happiest people in the world. Unfortunately, not all of us are. But because life throws things at each and every one of us, we just need to learn how to rise above it all. And we're going to all be okay. And we're going to quilt. And we're going to be happy at the end of the day, okay? Because this is for joy, even though this is a customer's quilt. I do this because I love it, okay? Yeah. Heather says steam is a good option for everything, especially a sauna. Girl, tell me you right. You right. Sideshows, it's my name. I subbed to Delia. Today. Yay! Thank you guys for supporting everybody. Melissa, thank you so much for coming back. You guys stay safe. I am not going to keep you guys too much. I am super duper excited. The steam came in and it's coming out. This baby about to be done, okay? Everybody go ahead and say their goodbyes. That's right. Joy, Colleen. Joy. That's why she's adding music to her shorts right now. Yes. I am so happy. I don't know if I already said it that Ellen said she found a wooden quilt frame today, a little Gracie frame for $400. That is very close to her. I hope you can get it, Ellen. So, any other questions before I go and celebrate the rest of my day by quilting out this quilt and eating some seafood? Oh, and cheesecake. My husband got me a slice of cheesecake. So, I'm so excited. I think I have 2.5 passes left to go. Because it's like one, yeah, 2.5, 2 and a smidget. And I'll be done with this baby. Yep, I did drink water. I just drank some. I probably did it when you blinked. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. I do appreciate it. By the end of this year, I hope my studio will be, well, not by the end of the year, I said by the end of, before Thanksgiving, I want this space to be complete because, girl, got to do a room tour and all that kind of stuff. And because that has been, I've done them before. It wasn't just on this channel, though, I don't think. I think it was on my old channel. But I have to do another room tour. I've been waiting to do that. Now, I would say I'm not ashamed to show you the mess right now, but I am, because this is not me. Nothing is organized at this moment except the stuff on the walls. And I have been warm with myself about keeping fabric and all that kind of stuff, but I've been warring with myself about that for quite some time. So I have to figure out a lot of stuff. Figure it out, a lot of stuff. I have books galore. When my husband is complaining that my room is starting to look crowded and he noticed that my mojo is not mojoing, it's because I'm too cluttered. So he's trying to help a girl out. Hey, Leslie G, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Well, you guys, I want you guys to have an amazing rest of your evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be here on Friday. If you guys hadn't already gotten your project, your fabric for the project that I'll be sewing, I hope you got your pattern because you know I can't get info out. It's the Sew Pattern by Cluck Cluck Sew. We'll be working on that for Friday Sew Day. Yeah, so come on back Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and come sit and chat with us, okay? Until the next time, guys, be blessed, okay? Have a great night, guys.